Welcome to another episode, Middle Ground with JLE L.L.C, where we treat you like family. Have another great show for you. We have my older brothers for a great conversation. We have Supervisor at Emory University, Darren Networks. We have Assistant Director of Accounts Payable at DPSCD, Jonathan Edwards. Welcome to the show, bros.
What up, bro?
What up?
And I see he got the Austin.
Yeah,
He got the Ali.
that's how we doing it today, man.
Oh man. All right, we're gonna cover a few topics before we get to the serious type stuff. First one, we're gonna talk about Marvel. What do y'all think of Phase 4 so far?
Garbage.
Did you say garbage?
Garbage.
Oh, you said the high end word for it. Okay, why is that?
Yeah, garbage.
Why is it garbage?
They ain't taking no thought into it. Think about
What
it.
do you mean?
When they started it, it was black. It was a Blade.
Yep. Watched that last
3
night.
times with Blade.
Mhm.
That segued into them having the confidence to jump off with Marvel Universe. Because before then, DC was laying the wood to them. So
Yeah.
I strongly disagree.
Well, they at least had movies out.
No, but see, look, Blade kept him out of bankruptcy.
Okay.
That was it. They didn't think it was gonna work. That was one of those. They threw it against the wall, and Blade stuck, and everybody was like, "Oh, we're in love with vampires now."
Well, you had Buffy out, Angel, the Spider-Man cartoon that had Blade on it. It made sense.
Blade, bro.
Yeah,
Blade
it made
was
sense to me, Blade.
But they didn't have the graphics like they do now. They couldn't do a movie then because it would have looked cheesy, and everybody was like, "I hate this."
Okay. Well, they got Kane the Conqueror to be the main villain for this build-up. Y'all don't think they did the right approach to build towards that's what they're gonna fight?
Kang is one of their oldest. Is one of the Avengers' oldest villains, but they could have won a whole other. There's a whole lot of other people they could have did, man.
Like who? That would have been better.
Darren, I'll let you go first.
Understand this. Marvel Universe in doing movies is just like with them doing the X-Men. If you get Wolverine wrong, throw everything away.
Okay. But they got Wolverine right. They had got Wolverine right, but the scripts was terrible.
Well, I mean, you had people doing the scripts that didn't have the love for the Marvel Universe. If Stan Lee had done scripts, they're totally different. Totally different.
They month paper pushers really doing it.
Yeah, it was just bean counters, man, trying to get paid. That was it.
Yeah.
Because they were just trying to stick within the deal.
So who would y'all think be the best villain to build up the fight?
Dude, they could have had Galactus come. The coming of Galactus.
Or the Beyonder.
But no, see, they're gonna do that when they do Secret Wars. They do Secret War. They got to put all the pieces in place to do Secret Wars.
Yeah, that's
like they didn't have until they got Spider-Man. They couldn't even have that conversation.
Right.
True.
Well, they haven't even done a movie with the Fantastic Four. Yeah.
But see, that's why they're talking about. Spoiler alert for all these people who are getting ready to watch. In the next Doctor Strange movie, they're going to introduce so many people. And I believe Reed Richards going to get introduced. Professor X going to get introduced, which segue into the Fantastic Four, the X-Men, and everybody else.
Yeah, the multiverse, so that opens the door.
No, they're supposed to introduce the Illuminati.
Oh, yeah, I was reading about that.
The Illuminati is a shadow group that took all the Infinity Gems, and each one got one and said, "You keep this one. That way we can never have them all in the same spot."
Oh, that's gonna be interesting.
But it's gonna be interesting how they do Black Panther, because they say the villain's supposed to be Namor.
Yeah, they are looking like they're doing that for the Black Panther too.
And if you don't know who Namor is, that's a Submariner.
They version of Aquaman.
Basically, yeah.
The Prince of the Sea. The Prince of the Sea.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an arrogant prick.
Arrogant ain't the word.
Put respect on his name.
Yeah, he do say put
he's
respect on
somebody.
my name.
Yeah, he let you know he's somebody for real. You don't hold it up. Well, I did watch Moon Knight, and I do see the better storytelling now. They're trying to do with it.
Oh, the first episode was terrible.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie, it was terrible. I'm a fan. I'm diehard. I rock Marvel. You can see on my wall back here. I'm a Marvel fanatic.
Yeah,
bro.
That first episode was terrible.
No, Charles Barkley, terrible. It was terrible.
Terrible.
I was sitting there watching it, dude, and I did like this. Wait a minute, did I fall asleep?
Oh no, you fell asleep. Oh,
I nodded out, and I had to watch it again because I thought I missed something.
It was. I mean, me and Darren talked about it briefly yesterday. It was more okay. He got split personalities. Now, build up who the villain, what's the struggle, mood story. You only got 6 episodes.
The first episode
kind of dragged.
The first episode was terrible. The second episode was better. I haven't watched the third episode yet.
Third got better.
Okay. They only got 3 more. Only got 3 more shots in the barrel, dude. So you got to come with it.
Yeah. You know, I think they might bring back the Daredevil TV shows since they got the properties back.
Oh, they're gonna redo it. Because when they put Matt Murdock in Spider-Man, that was like, hey, he's really around. So they at some point they either gonna greenlight him a movie or they're gonna do 2 more seasons. Because everybody wants them to bring back the Kingpin of Crime, Elektra, Bullseye. There's so many stuff that's unresolved.
Yeah, and they could do it better. Defenders too.
But I mean, the Defenders is people from other groups clicking up. Hulk from the Avengers, Doctor Strange, all them is certain people that's not with their crew.
Oh,
joining up.
I know that.
Yeah, the original Defenders was like Doctor Strange, the Hulk, Moon Knight, Moon Dragon, I'm sorry. And it was 2 more people. Can't remember their names.
But think about
what y'all think about DC.
Go
ahead, Darren.
Okay.
I'll let
you go.
Go ahead, Darren.
Everybody in Marvel Universe just about resides in New York.
Mm-hmm.
All of them.
Yeah. I would agree.
And I mean all of them.
They wrote it in real time. They wrote it in real time. They made it where, okay, all these people, there's no way Doctor Strange stays at 1313 Avenue and Reed Richards up the street at Freedom Ford Plaza. The Avengers got the mansion up the street. Spider-Man swinging through Midtown. They're all going to run into each other at some time.
Makes sense.
You would think.
No, when they was drawing it, the movies aspect got honky because when they started selling characters off, and it was like, damn, I need my man back. And they're like, okay, is it 2 years up yet? No. Then the studios realizing, well, I want to hold on to this because guess what? These comic books got hot.
Yeah, they held on to Netflix held on to the Defenders and all that for a minute before it went back to them.
Yeah, because they didn't want to come up off of it. I mean, comic books now is big business. They can say whatever they want to.
Yeah.
Stuff that we grew up on, they like, okay, all they see is dollar signs. They say if we get the right director, the right script, and the right cast, $5 billion easy.
Go ahead, Darren.
Worldwide.
You know what gave them the confidence to say comic books is big business? Comic-Con.
Oh, bro, they already
San Diego. I gotta check that out.
No, they already knew Comic-Con was big business, but see, this I can parallel this to something else. Comic-Con is big business because they got a loyal fan base. People will come out before the industry really knew that this was their customer base, where to actually go to them at.
Yeah.
Parallel this, WWE do they stuff when they have like WrestleMania and all that, and they have the WWE experience wherever they're gonna have it at, and they build up to it. But if you let your customers down, they're gonna be looking like, I don't know about this, man, because DC, they can do good at writing on a small screen. They do well at writing cartoon movies, cartoon TV shows. I was watching some stuff last night. Excellent. But when you get to a movie, you'd be like, what the hell? Who did this?
Need to bring that Snyderverse. Just saying.
You know, the only person that sat back now and is fighting for them to put this thing together right is The Rock. He did that Shazam movie, and he was like, one, we're going to introduce it at Comic-Con, even though it couldn't be live. But they did it as a live viewing, right?
Yeah.
He told him, there's no way when you read the comic books that this guy done fought Shazam or Captain Marvel, the Justice League, and everybody else, and they ain't gonna pop up in this movie. He said, you can't do that. He said, I can't make 3 movies without at some point running into them.
Go ahead, Darren.
I'm gonna say DC fumbled the ball when they had a huge following with Smallville and didn't bring him to the main screen. That's where DC fumbled the ball, because they could have took that Smallville character, the guy playing Smallville, Superman on Smallville, and took him to the main screen, and then brought all the DC characters along, because they introduced them during the course of the series.
They did.
We want to do it, though. That's the only
problem.
Yeah, he want to put a suit on. That was
they had Arrow. But see, they had Arrow. They had Cyborg. They had Aquaman. They had everybody.
Black Canary, all of them.
Yep.
All of that could have been done correctly if they'd have brought what's his name, Tori Welling, whatever his name is, to the big screen.
Yeah, but the problem
was the
he didn't want to put
conversation that went left.
That's why he didn't wear the suit to the last.
That was a conversation that went left.
Dude, look, I'll put it to you like this. When they did the Arrowverse,
and
then he jumped off the Flash.
Yeah, he stepped it up because he bought into it.
People actually was watching like, okay, I can buy into this because it was real. He was like, okay, boom, I'm enjoying this. It's a fun ride. But when they said they was getting ready to do the Justice League movie, the Snyder Cut, Ezra Miller should have never been cast as the Flash, because Grant Gustin already had a loyal following as the Flash. They would have took everybody that's watching this show and they'd have watched the movie.
That's what I'm saying.
Like Darren said, it would have been a natural progression, just like with Smallville, because there's no way they couldn't pay Michael Rosenbaum enough money to be Lex Luthor on large screen.
Best Lex
ever. That other dude, the other boy who was on
John Cryer.
I'm not even including
2.5 Men.
I'm not even speaking about him. The other guy, he was in Batman versus Superman.
Oh, the young guy, I forgot his name.
Yeah, he played in Now You See Me, Now You Don't.
Yeah, Jesse something.
He should have never been in that movie.
Nah, they made him crazy instead of very calculating.
Bro, if they had to cast Mike for this, and then but like, dude, we're getting ready to set you up. Because the way it ended, when they had he was sitting on the yacht and Deathstroke rode up, this could have went a whole different direction. They'd have been like, dude, we can't wait to see the Justice League movie. Because everybody saw it. When they released the Snyder Cut, they was like, why you didn't release this version of the movie? And you put this trash out.
I mean, they might fold and just say, finish your story. Because his was looking better. He had Darkseid in it.
Think about this. That last episode of Smallville, when he finally put the stone, that should have been the prelude to a movie coming out.
It should have.
Because that build up was awesome. Up until when he got ready to put the suit on, he talked to his father, he talked to his Earth father, and then he finally put the suit on and went to go do what he did. That
would have been
should
dope.
segue into a movie. Because everybody like, he finally put the suit on. About time.
Yeah.
You know, they waited 9 seasons to see it.
Yeah.
But still, you got 9 seasons. Most of them don't last 5.
Dude. Because
that's how big the fan base was.
Because they come up with lousy writing at the end.
Supernatural got 15. Now they got a prequel coming out.
I know. But see, what happened?
But
I'm like, that's Ghostbusters. They're going to make money.
Loyal fan base.
Yeah. And it's Ghostbusters.
Right.
It's
Supernatural did not. They didn't deviate from the origin of the characters.
No, they didn't.
Supernatural kept it right where it started with the origin of the 2 brothers following they trying to find their father. And then running into all these angels and archangels and so on and so forth. When you deviate, you wind up like this. Which way did it go?
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
You look confused.
That's true. Now, next subject, inflation. Y'all think it's gonna go down?
No.
Why not?
Bro.
What you don't want it to do is go back to Reaganomics. That's what you don't want it to do.
Trickle down.
Okay.
Yep. Trickle down. You don't want it to do that.
Here's
right now, everybody should have known. Everybody should have known it was coming when they raised the minimum wage. Big business like, okay, if y'all gonna raise the minimum wage, we gotta raise what we do.
It ain't even that, dude. It's like this. A lot of people ain't gonna like this. Let me set the stage for a lot of this. Because, okay, for 2 years, for all the pandemic, for almost 3 years now, we had started out, everybody was at home, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then everybody flipped from going in person someplace, going in the stores, going in the movie theaters, going to mom and pop stops, places, restaurants, buying their food, nights out. Everybody was at home. Okay. So then the industry had to flip from saying, okay, we got to cut these people that's in our shop and flip to an online version, which help pick up Uber Eats, and all these other people who are making money because they was like, okay, I ain't going nowhere. So you come drop my food off.
Sidebar. Can you imagine whoever to invest in Uber Eats and so on and so forth during the pandemic when right I started, they made a killing when the stocks rose up?
They made a killing because that service picked up. So then when they came up with, they said, well, we got a cure now. And everybody was still hesitant, like, man, I ain't taking it. They like, okay, I'm gonna wear a mask, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna stay at home. Okay. Mm-hmm. Then the president of the United States come on TV and say, by July 4th, blah, blah, blah. You're gonna be able to take your mask off. You're gonna go wherever you want, do whatever you want, be with your family, have a picnic or barbecue. And what happened? We kept having all these waves, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Everybody know that anytime costs go up anywhere, they pass them on to the consumer. So they didn't have enough people to kill it, to cut up the chickens, the cows, and all this other stuff. They said, okay, we can't do this because it's an outbreak, and all these people got to be off. All these people got to be off for 10 to 15 days. And what did they do? Oh, well, the CDC magically tells you only got to be off 5 days now, when it used to be 10 to 15. So they cut it down 10 days to get your butt back to work, get you back to doing what you're supposed to. So they like, okay, well, we've been paying all these people unemployment all this time. So people they was at the crib like this. I'm getting a check. These cats have crab boils. They doing. I'm gonna wrap this up in a minute. They doing all these
crab combined.
Right. They doing all this stuff. Sitting at home, chilling. So then what happened? A war breakout. That Ukraine was like, oh, the Ukraine ain't coming over here to mess with us. They ain't gonna do this. And then Putin said, hey, I'm kicking in the dough.
Everybody said that.
It's mine. The U.S. kept saying, hey, dog, he has your dough. Hey, you need to do something. He has your dough. You need to do something. Oh, we good. So then they come over there. Okay. So then they come on TV and they said, are you willing to pay more to help out with democracy? When they said that, that was telling you, okay, price of gas getting ready to go up. When the price of gas and diesel fuel go up, what does that affect? Everything. Because everything is being trucked someplace. So that means if the truckers is paying more money to transport your goods and services to Walmart, Kmart, Target, whatever, you're going to pay more, which automatically says inflation is going up. But that means the price for burger costs more now, price of chicken costs more now, eggs, bacon, whatever.
Bacon price.
All of it is now ridiculously priced.
Yeah. Now midterms, y'all think they're gonna hold it?
They're gonna get their clocks cleaned up.
Why?
Joe ain't gonna be able to do nothing because all the Republicans got to do is sit back and say, "Look, they gave away everything. They wasn't fiscal about nothing. They had a blank check, and they gave everybody whatever they wanted. The radical left, what's that girl from New York? I can't pronounce her name.
I forgot her name.
Alex Cortez. I think that's her last name. They was leading this. Oh, we want this. And if you don't give us what we want, we ain't voting on nothing. Then you had my man, Milicic, what's his name? The older guy.
Joe Manchin.
That's him. He was sitting back like, I ain't signing my name on this stuff because they thinking 2 years down the road, like, okay, they gonna hold my feet to the fire for everything that I agree with that you want to do. Infrastructure, okay, we can see that. Roads improvement, okay, we can see that. But all this just giveaway money.
Yeah, he's been started on not voting. Let's make sense.
Remember that Popeye episode when the guy was trapped and all he was sitting in the room doing like this and money was popping out when he was doing like this?
I remember that episode.
The guy was trapped. He had a golden finger. He just sat there to snap money. That's how they was acting like they was in Washington right now. They were just printing money.
I got a question. I don't see why Manchin Mnuchin would have a problem with anything, but he been sitting back on his tail getting cut checks and side deals.
Bro, because everything that they was doing, everything they was getting ready to do was gonna cut into his side deals. When you see something getting ready to cut into your money, you like, I ain't signing off on that. Because somebody already done called you like, dog.
So I wonder why he kept always not getting on board.
Joe would win a second term in a landslide if he would cut everyone a check for the next 2 years in increments of $5,000 for your taxes.
Oh, that's black. That's end of the world type talk. You talking over there?
You gonna buy the White House?
Think about it. Hold on. Think about it.
Economics just going down the tank.
Hold on. No. Think about it. Remember the guy that Trump had in for his treasurer, and he's just doing like I'm in charge of treasury. Look at the money. The treasury print money. That's not a problem. It's getting the consumer to spend money. That's the problem. Now, everybody knows when you get more, you tend to spend more because you have a little bit more freedom. Period.
Yeah, you do.
Most car dealerships know from January to May, it's gonna be their biggest year because them tax returns coming back. And folks coming in to get them a new whip. January to May, they know this is when we gonna make our money. Cause everybody coming in with them tax returns. I need a ride. Come on in. We got these rebates. Come on in.
I'm gonna tell you why they ain't gonna do this, dude. They did this.
I'm just saying why they did.
No, they did this with when they came up with the stimulus plan, the one that Agent Orange came up with and Joe did his. Okay, this is where they failed, and what they had an opportunity to really capture the nation using what you just said. They could have told everybody, okay, we know a lot of you guys are struggling. We know it's tough. A lot of y'all ain't working right now. Y'all can't do this. You can't do that, right? So what we gonna do we're gonna give you, depending on your household, whatever, just to help you get by, right? Like $3,000 for the next 12 months. Then we're gonna revisit this in January, right? To see exactly what's going on with the country. They say that's only $36,000. Okay, that's $36,500. That's more than some of these people were making. They was making more money on unemployment.
Yeah.
Than it was going to work. That's why a lot of people was quitting.
Yeah, some countries were doing something like that to keep their stuff
A
stable.
lot of countries,
Canada,
they all sucked up.
Cutting checks.
But they said, okay, we're gonna make sure. And they could have did it like this. All right. If you rent for somebody and you got it on your return or whatever, okay, well, how much is your rent? We're gonna automatically send it to them. We'll make sure that whatever it is, we got you. Or we give you the $3,000 yourself and you take care of it. But, there shouldn't come a time in 12 months where you sit back and you say, okay, well, my rent 9 months behind. Why'd your rent 9 months behind? I gave you $3,000 a month. Because you living outside your means? But that's what a lot of people did when they was getting this unemployment bread and this other stuff. I mean, a lot of people ain't gonna want to hear this when they watch this. But them crab boils and them Brazilian butt lifts and all the other crazy stuff y'all was doing, y'all blew through y'all money. That was on you. You supposed to be smart. They give you an opportunity to be like, okay, you could have went to your landlord and said, hey, look, I know there's a moratorium on rent. If your rent, is like $500 a month, we use that as a number, and they giving you all these giveaway stuff, the unemployment, all this stuff. You sock that to the side and put in an escrow account and say, when it's over with, when your landlord be like, okay, we're going to put you out. Hey, man, here your money is sitting right here in this account. I was just waiting. I wasn't going to pay you in case something happened. I might need to take a $500 here or there, but you would have had it. People never sit back and say, okay, I'm going to use this money to the best of my ability. No, we'll take it and we'll blow through it.
Yeah, they took trips and everything.
They was flying to Atlanta. They was on Sprint, Spirit, Delta. They was in Miami. They was in Atlanta. They was in DC. They was everywhere they was supposed to be, except thinking about, hey, at some point this is going to end. At some point they're gonna be like, nope, I'm not giving you these giveaways no more. And that's what the Republicans is going to run their campaign on and say, look, they gave away everything in Washington. Why do you think they're lazy now? Why do you think they want to work? They had a free ride.
I've been watching NRL on Morning Joe. Them people, they're already making that.
When they get to saying that, they're talking to their constituents who benefited.
Yeah, but see,
all the trailer park Nancy and Joe's and what have you benefited from this outpouring of currency. They could have just as easily said, you know what? For the next 2 years, whatever you claim on your taxes, whether you're single or married, we're going to double it for you being able to get it. So say if you file married and that tax credit you get is 24 grand, we'll make it 48 grand. So when you file your taxes, that credit goes from 24 to 48, which benefits you in conjunction with what you get for child tax credit and for what you get for each independent. That could have been the refund that you give back for the last 2 years. Yeah. Think about it. If you file married,
I see your point.
They say for the next 2 years we're gonna double up. So instead of getting 24 and some change, you're gonna get 48. If you're single, instead of you getting 95, you're gonna get 18 for the next 2 years.
But so you're going to be economics. The economics people going to say them numbers are just crazy. It's going to set everything off balance, and we're going to have a recession.
Them numbers can't be crazy. They can't be crazy. Them numbers can't be crazy. Because think of it. When the refund comes, they're not going to sit on it. It's coming back into the economy.
Oh, yeah, they're going to spend it. I mean, you should make sure all your bills are caught up before you do any fun stuff. That'd be the smart approach.
All that is numbers. All that is numbers. If they went from saying you're gonna get 24 grand and some change for being married to 48, that's what you get. Plus your child tax credit, plus what you get in terms of an exemption for yourself and each dependent. All that factors in to what that bottom line refund is. That's what you get back. All that you get back. Then you ain't got to worry about, oh, we're going to do a stimulus, this, stimulus, that. No, we're not going to do a stimulus. We're going to give it to you through your taxes.
It's feasible.
America's been paying taxes for years. So this time, the United States government, we're going to do your solid. We're going to double up on what you get for being married. We're going to double up on what you get for being single. Now, here you go. When you get your refund, the refund's almost 30 grand. Now, it's incumbent on you what you going to do with that money. You get a refund check from the federal government, then you get what you get from the state. And the state.
You would hope over 25% will take care of their debts and bills, but that might be maybe 15% that's going to be responsible.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to get some burdens all out.
You always going to have somebody in the left hand that's being half a dozen and somebody in the right hand being a dozen. There's always going to be somebody that ain't going to have it, and there's always going to be somebody that's trying to get it.
Man, I'll tell you what they should have did. I said, okay, because they've been floating this idea for the longest.
Mm-hmm.
The federal government, one, is not going to erase all your student loan debt.
Oh, no.
We love for them to do it.
No, they ain't going to do that one.
They ain't going to do
something on it.
But if Joe came out and said, you know what? We're going to erase up to 35% of your student loan debt. That's 35% less you got to pay now.
That's doable.
And they can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that
ain't going to be an issue.
That would help.
They can do that tomorrow.
That would be a big help. And a lot of people, oh man, I got 35% off my back now. Okay, cool. So they look at like Darren said, the proposed tax, they always want to get a tax credit or something like that. They ain't gonna give you no money. They give you a break that you can use your situation. But what a lot of people gonna realize this year and last year, when they get audited by the IRS, terrible situation. A lot of people lied about them PPE loans and all this other stuff. They coming for you, dog.
Yeah, don't touch that.
It just ain't got there yet, but they coming for you. And when they show up,
they gonna
be like, okay, we want to see all this, and all that slick stuff you did.
Yeah, comedy.
Them boys with them alphabets on their chest.
Yeah.
We need to talk to you.
Yeah, you don't want them problems.
When they show up, they're gonna put you in a hole so fast, and you're gonna be like, but they're gonna be like, mm-mm.
And when they hit you with we need to see your tax return for the last 7 years to validate that loan you got.
Oof.
Because you need to show when you establish your business. Because remember, most business plans, they give you 5 years to show some type of growth, but they expect for the first 4 years for you to barely be making it. So if you don't have your established LLC and so forth for them 5 years, they're like, okay, so what you get a PP loan for? What you get 3 Ps for?
Yeah, they're gonna be like, we need to talk to you.
Yeah,
this conversation you ain't gonna want to have.
All right. Next topic is manhood. I had a guest a while back from the new generation that's a therapist, and he was saying how, like, remember how we always had old school cats passing knowledge to us? They don't really see that now. Why do y'all think that disconnect is there now?
They don't want to listen. Young cats don't want to listen, bro. They think they know everything. They think I can smoke it, drink it, or bang it and be done. That's how they can fix their problems. Oh man, this happened. smoke me a square, get me a shot. Yeah, I'm gonna find this pretty girl tonight. I ain't gotta think about my problem till tomorrow. Really? It's just gonna be there. It ain't going nowhere. Cats got knowledge. They love to pass it on to you, but guess what? Young cats don't want to listen. Because they know every damn thing. Everything.
Anything similar when we were younger?
No, because at least we will, somebody put you to the side and say, hey, man, look, you trying to get on at this, give you a prime example. I was a young dude hanging out. Used to be a Coney Island up the street. Williams Homestyle Coney Island. A lot of people don't know about this one. We rode in one night. Williams Homestyle Coney Island. It's across the street from what's used from the cleaners and what used to be Rich Drugs, was Starlight or whatever they call that drugstore now.
Okay.
Oh yeah, right there. It used to be
when they remodeled it. Yeah.
One of the first ones that some black people actually owned. We rode in one night. We was getting ready to do some old stupid stuff. Old school cat. Now, Chris Hudson, Chris Brown, and Carlos is listening to this. They about to crack up because the old dude, he hollers like, look at here, Captain.
That's where I got that from. I said on time 94. Look here, Cap. Like, where they get this from?
Let me drop some stuff on you.
Oh, man.
And we was like, oh, okay. So that was one of those, hey, you need to actually pay attention when somebody trying to put something on you. You ain't going to know everything. You ain't going to be the smartest. You ain't going to be the brightest. You ain't going to be all these ESTs that people think they are. Oh, I'm the smartest guy here. Oh, I'm the baddest. It's always somebody smarter, badder, or quicker than you. A lot of people don't want to admit that. But everybody been taught you can't show weakness. That's not what a real man is. Most of these girls now be like, he won't show his emotions. He won't, because guess what? His mom and his daddy behind this boy forever. Can't be weak. Can't be this. So he don't know when to turn it on. And he don't know when to turn it off. It's 24/7. A lot of men never took a turn, but okay. A lot of people, they used to tell you, okay, you got to go to college. College ain't for everybody. But that's what they tell you.
Trades is awesome.
Trade school, dude.
They make bread.
Skilled trades. You make more money in skilled trades than you do. The 4 years you sit in that college classroom, it's 4 years they've been grinding in skilled trades. So now they're journeyman, about to make top dollar, and you begging somebody for an internship.
That's one of the reasons why they took trades out the high schools.
Yep.
Because we were coming out of Cooley, Randolph, Vitor, Brightoff. We were coming out, graduate with a skill that we can go become employed or employ ourselves with. You go and you go into Brightoff, you learn automotive, you learn how to do catering, you learn how to do hair and what have you. You go into Randolph or what have you, you learn how to do carpentry and whatnot. So you're coming out with a trade and you can apply immediately. All you gotta do is get on with somebody that say is a licensed journeyman, as he said, and they start mentoring you and they bring you right on in to the apprenticeship program, which leads you to becoming licensed and unionized. Once they took that out of the high school, they pretty much said, you gotta go to college. Go do your 4 years over there, get you $89,000 in debt. And when you come out, you still gotta try and apply this degree with somebody that's gonna allow you to come through the door. As opposed to, well, I got carpentry skills, I can do this, I can do it. I got pipe fitting skills. I'm a plumber. Them jobs that somebody needs something done, they call you. Bam, it's gonna cost you XYZ. All you gotta do is go get the material and go do it.
Exactly.
These are cash and carry. These are cash and carry skills that they took out of the high schools. Now you gotta go and pay like you going to college to go get that.
They ain't brought it back.
No, they haven't put that back in the high schools.
Yes, it is. They just put it back.
Oh, they just put it back.
They just put it back because it was brought up that why'd y'all take these trades out to high schools? And they couldn't answer the question. They could not answer the question.
Over the last 20, 30 years, building in Detroit just flatlined. They wasn't building nothing. They wasn't no new buildings going up, wasn't no innovation, wasn't none of that stuff going on. So it was like, okay, you either went to college or you went to the plant. It was one or two. Yeah. You wanted to get in the plant, you had to know somebody. You got in the plant.
Know somebody.
Right. Yeah. You got in the plant. Then they sat back and they're like, okay, you the new guy. So they trying to break you because, okay, they wonder, how'd you get in? Because such and such the one who pulled all the applications. When they tell you had to go to MESC office over here, or
this MESC office, or this spot over here, a certain office you had to go to on a certain day.
Right, and now that's they're gonna pull the applications, all that, and people would run over here, and run over here, and it was like, okay, look, I told people, I'm sick of this. I'm not doing it. When somebody finally came in, like, hey man, I can get you to the plant, I was like, I'm good, because okay, we go back to the '80s, which is what we living in right now. During the '80s, price of gas went through the roof. When food prices got high, when they was laying people off, okay. People losing their houses dramatically high. Yes, it was trickle down economics, aka Reaganomics.
And now
when it's supposed to be so prosperous, when it's supposed to be so prosperous that those at the top, it can just they prosperity will trickle down to everybody else. Bro, that ain't working, man. That's why they call it voodoo economics.
It ain't never worked. Ever.
But it's happening right now again. And we're in a time where, okay, the people at the plant, do we go back to the pandemic? They shipping stuff from overseas. 2 years, everything stopped, right?
Mm-hmm.
All them microchips they needed for all these cars, ain't nobody building it.
Yeah, there's still a shortage of that.
So you got a product that you need, but you ain't got all the stuff to build it, to send the product out there for. But now you still designing cars. They doing enough cars where they can dry them off they literally taking the chips out the car, dry the car on the lot, take the chip out, park it. Ain't nothing to make it start. And the keys is in it. Because they ain't got enough chips to put these cars in the dealerships to sell them to the people who brought them.
Oh, wow.
Because there's a shortage of microchips. Now, so, they're trying to build it here in the United States. Okay. Anything that was built in the U.S. was expensive because we got unionized workers. And big corporations said, hey, I can go overseas where they paying that guy $2 an hour. And I'm getting a better deal on my parts than I'm paying this guy $22 an hour. It was just smart money.
Now,
you can go to Malaysia and get them same computer chips built, and the person working the same amount of hours, but they only getting paid, as you say, $2 an hour, making them same $1,500 to $2,200 microchips. And getting
but ain't no chips. There's no chips available. That's why it was a car short. I mean, if you got a new car right now, or a used car, and you got to take your car into service, it used to be they would give you a loaner car, right?
Can't even do that.
Right on the spot. They ain't doing that no more. They telling you, hey, we ain't got no cars. They sound like the lunch lady. All we got is corn and mashed potatoes. Ain't no loaner cars.
Now, next question. In 2022, what qualities make a man? Y'all opinion.
Darren, you want to go first?
Your word and the work ethic. It ain't changed. Our pops taught me. You give a man a handshake and you give him his word, give him your word. If he can't trust that, throw the whole person away. Ain't no dealing with him. And you have a lot of people that they don't have integrity, intensity.
He about to say the 3 eyes, Jeff.
You do the current angle.
and intelligent.
When he said integrity, I was like, he going on the Kurt Angle.
But think about it. Think about it. There are a vast number of males and not enough men.
Yeah, there's a lot of boys running around here that's making kids, but ain't no men raising them.
Mm-hmm. Whole lot of them.
I tell everybody.
Every year you see them walking around here with a baby in a stroller, one in the stroller, one in the arm, and one in the belly. Like, but ain't got man first. And all three of them attached to a different guy. You got 3-4 tribesmen in that household, and ain't nobody over there being the chief.
Dude, look.
Period.
Everybody know your first role model on what a man and a woman in a relationship is. Start with your mom and your daddy.
Exactly.
If the guy absent, if the girl absent, okay. Kids sitting back like, why don't he or she want me? So that's one chip they got on their shoulder.
Yeah.
Then they get out here and they figure, okay, they ain't got nobody to help them develop into a person to teach them compassion, teach them empathy, teach them kindness, teach them how, like Darren said, have a strong work ethic, and to follow through on what you say. A lot of men got that. They figure, okay, I'm going to fake it till I make it. You know, how do you fake it through life? Oh, man, everybody's flashy now. It's about what can I do? What do I have right now? What can I get right now? I want the biggest car, biggest house, best girl, and the most money. And you say, okay, how you going to get it? Crickets. You're going to fake your way through it.
Okay.
Ain't nobody just giving you credit. You know, people, they don't have people to teach them building block things anymore.
Now, in y'all opinion, should a man lean on God for counsel in this process?
Of course. Wait, if you don't lean on God to give you the knowledge that you need, how will you know when people are giving you their so-called opinion on situations they dealt with versus what the Word of God says? Bro. Them two need to come together and give you a firm foundation to stand on.
Dude, your Creator give you unlimited potential from the day you take your first to your last breath. It's a series of events that's going to happen in your life and that's the way I like to look at it. The world is a big chessboard, right? Mm-hmm. We the pieces. Okay. So God will he'll put you in two paths. Quote Vincent Kennedy McMahon. You can do business and live your life God's way, the right way, which is the easy way. Or you can do it yourself, like the devil say, and you can do this the hard way. Now, you're down this rocky road and you done got beat up and all this stuff, and you're like, man, I'm so sick of this. I wish this would happen. You fall to your knees and say, God, please, if you help me do this, I promise I'll get myself in order. And guess what? Boom, boom, boom. Serious events start happening. I wish these places I called to apply for a job. Your phone ring. Hey, we want you to come in Monday for an interview. Or you get an email. Hey, we saw your resume, whatever. Want you to do this. Okay. That's him saying, hey, man, I heard you. You're doing business. You want to go down the right path. I'm going to take care of you. Until what happened? Hubris set in. Oh, I don't need nobody help. I can do this on my own. And he looking like, so you was just praying to me to help you out. And now you say you can do it yourself? Okay, do it yourself. I'm going to sit back and watch
I'll pick it back off what Don said. When you begin a do-it-yourself project, you got to maintain that do-it-yourself project.
Keep that same energy.
Yeah, keep that same energy going with your do-it-yourself project. But when you get a manufacturer's guide in order how to do it, then you get it because the manufacturer has been doing this for a long time. They got their models of this, that, and this. And you want yours to look like this? Go to the manufacturer. He got the designs to give it to you so you can get it there. But if you create a do-it-yourself project, God look at you like this. Keep on going. I'm over here, but keep on going. At some point,
if this was a tag team match, God do it just like this. Give me the tags, bro. Just give me the tag.
Tag me. Let me help. Let me help.
You can't do it yourself. Just tag me into your life, and I got you.
Yeah, we ain't quick to do that. I figured out. I don't need you until you really hit rock bottom. Like, okay, I tap out.
Get your eye out the way. Get that eye out the way. There's no I in team.
Team. Classic movie.
Team.
Man, one back. Series of hustles. See, I can quote the movie. Untouchables.
Yeah, classic movie.
Exactly. That one scene teaches you I get nowhere if the team doesn't win.
True.
Now, you either gonna be on a guy's team or you gonna be on another guy's team. If you're on a guy's team, it's a do-it-yourself project all day, every day.
And whatever you get is what you deserve.
And as they taught your nephew Zion when he was in kindergarten, you get what you get. Don't pitch a fit.
Don't have a fit. They teach all of them that, dude.
You don't have a fit.
No, dude, that's they teach all them kids that. Justin got taught the same thing.
Interesting. All right, next question. You both been married over 10 years. What advice do you have for the fellas thinking about marriage?
Don't do it.
Disclaimer: we're not saying marriage is a bad institution on this show.
No.
These are opinions of people.
Let me back up. Hold on.
That was a comedic moment.
Yeah, that was comedy.
That was a Will Smith on Chris Rock.
Hey, we don't condone violence on this show or any conflict at all.
Okay, let me tell you why I said it the way I did. A lot of people are in love with the idea of what they think marriage is.
I agree with that.
Tell the truth.
That's what it is. Everybody think, okay, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna blow $20,000 on this wedding. We're gonna get this extravagant, this, that, and the other. But they don't take time to say, you know what? Let me look at these vows they're talking about.
The day-to-day operation.
We're gonna say a few of them. Forsaking all other. That means you ain't got no side pieces.
No late night phone calls, no friends.
Ain't no. So I just keep it on the download. No, ain't no more of that.
No RTLs, no TLCs.
None of that. When they say sickness and health, that means hey, this person is sick. You got to help them out. Forsaking all others to death to his part. That means, hey man, that's it. This your ride or die. You saying, hey, I want this person for the rest of my life. A lot of people can't make a commitment to a pair of gym shoes for 3 months. How they gonna say they want to be in love with somebody for the rest of their life? They're in love with the idea or the romantic fantasy of seeing all these movies, Pretty Woman, all this other stuff. No, they need to have somebody sit them down, and they ain't got to be a marriage counselor, but they ain't got to be a pastor, because everybody they come with this prejudge or this predisposition thing. They need to sit them down and say, okay, look, you say you love this woman, right? Or this man. Yeah. Okay. So this guy walk out here and get hit by a car. Can't walk no more. You down to take care of him, right? Now you're starting to think about this. Did you have the conversation about your money? What you mean? This is where it goes sideways for a lot of people. You can't have a bank account
and she can't have a bank account, and these two accounts don't merge together. You can't say this my check and this your check. Okay, so you mean to tell me y'all gonna say you gonna pay the water, the lights, and this? This person gonna buy the food, this and this, right? When y'all paying the bills, y'all watch that cable show with her, right? When y'all jumped up and down on the bed, y'all went and got in the water. Y'all shared the water together, right? Y'all went to the store together and brought the food. Y'all both riding around on the insurance on the car y'all got. Y'all splitting all these bills and stuff, right? Okay, did you pay all your student loans? You have some credit card bills. Did you default on some stuff? Is anybody looking for you? Do you got a baby mama that you didn't tell me about? This is what rip apart marriages. Because people don't say, okay, let's look at the real world stuff first before we start romanticizing about, oh, we try and take trips together. We try and do this together. You can't do all that if you ain't got no money.
But that always happens. That always happens with the cute stage. We taking trips. We going here. We going to the Dominican Republic. We going to the Bahamas.
That's the dating stage, yeah.
Bring it down. Bring it in, as
Bro,
my family would say.
That's the 2020 dating stage now. Men and women on that.
Go ahead, Darren.
That's the dating stage. But when you talk about you want to do life with this person, have you had those life conversations with them before y'all get ready to say, well, I'm going to get a marriage license, I done picked out the rings, and we're going to set this day, this, that, and the third. Have you actually sat down and had those kick you in the gut conversations that, oh, I don't want nobody to know about this, I don't want nobody to know. No. Them sit down and, damn, I didn't know that about you. Talk. Them straight Jack Daniels, no ice conversations. Like, look, this the real deal or what's going on with me. What's going on with you? Because what you really want in that wife or that husband is somebody that is going to be your lifelong space partner. And you know, when y'all getting ready to do this, y'all getting ready to do this. And ain't no, oh, man, why didn't you tell me this? And those conversations always come up. I had some not too long ago with Paula.
Bro, it's one of those, when you dating somebody, okay, it's a performance. Mm-hmm. And everybody understand this. It's a performance.
That mask.
Because you're putting your best foot forward in everything you're doing. You know, you doing this, you're doing this. Okay. That's your first act. Your second act is when you say, okay, well, let's just move in together, see if we compatible. That's when the curtain gets pulled back and it's like, wait a minute. So your nasty ass don't do this. Or you think this okay. Or you drinking out, you drinking out of the milk container. You don't put your clothes up. You leave this out. The stuff that tick each other off. Okay. These are little landmines that people say, okay, I can navigate around this. But it be them real world things, like Darren said now. Some guys, some girls. Back in the day, it was like, you mean you sit around, you play PlayStation all day on your day off? You don't do nothing else? I mean, if that's the guy's downtime, that's what he did. But now he's trying to incorporate you into this, or she trying to incorporate you into this. Okay, so you like going to Comic-Con, or you like going, it's all these cons or these big group things that you can go to now. Or you belong to this group or whatever. Okay. And they looking like, well, you always like to go here. Well, that's what you did when you were single. That's how you kept your time when you were single before I met you. Now, most men and women, what they want to do, they want all your time. That's the one thing you will never get enough of. The seconds that we're doing right now, this 1 hour we've been on here right now, we can never get this back. But this is time that's precious to somebody else. They'll sit back and say, well, can't we do this? And you're like, no, I got to go do this. most people that's dating somebody, if your significant other make you choose between or make you feel guilty about going to make some money or going to work, drop them now. They will always be in your way. They will always be a hindrance. Every time that money come up that you trying to go get, oh, we can go do this. But the moment you can't do something, why you ain't got no money?
Oh, you bum ass nigga. Like you wanted me to be with you, so I couldn't go. Oh, well, I thought you was like, you knew I was on my grind when I met you. So you want me to come off of it to spend time with you, but now you want to act like you the Sean Combses and I need this and either you gonna be the Sean Combses or you gonna let me get out here and do what I do. We can't have it both ways. Them conversations. Do you like girls? Do you like boys? Do you like boys and girls? Do you like dressing up? Do you like transgender? Do you like being over the corner in the dark, peeping and looking? What
and
is it
that real conversations you gotta have with people now?
Got to. You don't want to have that conversation on the tail end. My doctor told me I got this. You got what? We need to talk. Talk about what? And then, well, I was doing men and I was doing women. You could tell me this in the beginning. Let me know. You can let me know this in the beginning. I didn't know that you like men and you like women. These are straight no chaser conversations that people try and steer away from having that wind up being the landmines that blow relationships out the water. Period.
Yeah, you gotta have real conversation with each other about.
I'm not talking surface conversations. I'm talking about deep root conversations. Yeah,
you're right.
When you gotta lay pipe for your house, they gotta dig at least 8 feet in order to lay that pipe. Them deep as
Eddie Murphy said,
deep conversations that you got to have.
And some people not having it because just basic. They might think, well, they're gonna give me all the money, or she's gonna be my sex thing. Did y'all talk about that? We're just gonna do it. It's gonna be good.
Conversations because they're scared of facing that truth. You don't want to look weak in front of the other person. Being in a marriage, you showing your strength, but most of the time you showing your weakness because the two of y'all become strong. Where that person is weak, you are strong. Where you're weak, they're strong. Y'all yin and yang each other. But that comes with the two of y'all talking always and letting it be known. You can't be clammed up like, I can't tell you that I like men. I can't tell you that I like women. No. These conversations you just need to have before you put one of these on your finger. Period. Because once you put this on your finger, you are tying yourself to this person for life. Like in the way you say for life, this is supposed to be a lifetime commitment to the other person.
But dude, lifetime. a lot of people ain't got them examples of those relationships no more. That's why they go into with this fantasy, like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and it's gonna be like that. And when it blow up in their face, they're like, wait a minute. Or you see somebody like you go to their wedding, you go down, you have a good time, and then like you see them 2 years later, hey man, how your wife doing? Oh man, we got divorced. You like, huh?
Or a year and a half later, or a year.
Yeah, it didn't work. You like, well, what happened?
Yeah, stats are saying they ain't lasting that long like they used to be.
And I'm gonna keep driving this one thing. The pandemic tested a lot of relationships.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot of relationships that everybody thought was on iron versus iron on iron, and it wound up being juicy fruit on Kool-Aid.
Yeah. I can attest, yeah.
A lot of people got the stone cold stunner after 18 months in the house. You was like, wait a minute, I can't take this no more.
Like I didn't know that about you. I didn't know this about you. I didn't know that about you. When you actually closed the walls in and just them 4 walls, or just you and them, Ain't no, well, they jotting here, they jotting. No. You can't go nowhere. You can't go to the movies. You can't go to the club. You got to sit there and look at them like, what the hell did I get myself into?
But, you know, a lot of people home, it's not their fortress of solitude. I got to get away from the 4 walls. You're paying money for it. You should be comfortable as hell here.
Bro, look, this guy dropped. I'm gonna share something that this guy dropped on me. What you said. He was like, dude, look, your house, he said, you a superhero all day long. You go out here, you fighting the forces of evil to provide, to do this, to make the world a better place, right? When you come home, he said, where do all superheroes go? Where's that secret location? What's it called?
Fortress?
Nope.
Batcave?
Nope. It's another word for it. 4 letters.
Their lair.
Forgot about that word.
Every superhero has a lair. That's where they can go. They can take the car. They can take the cape off, the cowl. They can relax, pour them a drink, and worry about what's going to happen tomorrow. Because that's where they're supposed to be comfortable at. If you go to your lair and you still fighting the world inside the lair, something's wrong. He said it's supposed to be smooth.
Great point.
If there's no peace in your Jerusalem, and you got somebody that you let in, that you got to get out.
Exactly. A lot of cats don't realize it. Because what are they doing? Okay. They inviting. Now, the pandemic did a few things. This is the one time in human history that remember people kept saying, everything got predicated with, I wish I had more time with my friends. I wish I had more time with my family. I wish I didn't have to get up and go to work every day. I wish I could work from home. I wish I can do this. But God, he listened. He wouldn't listen like, y'all sure about this? You wish, huh?
God pulled the I Dream Gene. There you go.
He said, I'll tell you what, how that boy used to say, yapple dapple.
Yeah, with the cartoon. That was cool.
And the whole world stopped. I'm not making light of anybody that lost something. I'm not making light of anybody that lost somebody during the pandemic or anything like that. But this was the one time in human history where the whole world simultaneously had to stay at home for at least 90 to 180 days. Because everybody was told, hey, shelter in place. That means you can only leave your house to get the essentials, gas, food, to shop. If you were an essential worker, you need to go back home. Because guess what happened during this time? The price of gas went down to $1.99.
And see, that's just the
knew that?
It did go down.
You know why?
Supply and demand.
Wasn't nobody doing nothing. Everybody was at home. Wasn't nobody buying it. So wasn't no large supply. Wasn't nobody saying, well, I need this or I need no, everything was everything slowed down.
And that's why I came up with this topic, because when he was a guest on the show, he brought it up because people don't talk to the old school about knowledge. And we were blessed to have people pass knowledge. And our dad gave y'all knowledge. This will help some people hearing real conversations on these type of topics. Last topic's purpose. The pandemic has opened the door for what they're calling the Great Resignation. In your opinion, why you think people are quitting their jobs and trying to figure out something different?
You want to go first, dear?
You good?
You had 90 days to be at home. So you thinking, all right, I ain't got to get up and go to work in the morning. One, they send me this check and everything. So some people say, hey, this is my shot. This is my opportunity. I'm going to take this money and I'm gonna do something I ain't never had a chance to do before. I'm gonna reinvent myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna open up an online store, online business. I'm gonna start a podcast. I'm gonna do whatever I'm gonna do. And they figured out a way to make money off of it. And it was like, cool, I enjoy this. Some people's at home and they got to watch their kids actually get up, eat breakfast, spend time with them. They ain't have to leave the house. They can help them with their homework. This was like, okay, cool. It took that. The hamster wheel got broken. That wheel that everybody was on. You get up, you run to work, you work 9, 8 to 10 hours. You come home, you ain't got enough time. I got to stop and pick up something from someplace, bring it home. We're going to eat this. I'm going to help them do their homework a little bit I can. I'm going to go to sleep, rinse, spend time with my wife, and get them to do this all over again. Okay. It broke the whole cycle. And nobody wants to go back to this. Nobody. That's why the establishment is like pleading to Joe Biden, hey, you got to make them go back to work. You got to make them do this. We want you to put them chains back on them the way we had it. The economy was working before this happened. Okay, it's busted now.
People got works now. You can do both.
People got opportunities now. They can. It's a employees market. They can demand, hey, I want to be at home 2 days out the week. I don't want to be there all the time. Or I want to be at home 5 days out the week. Depending on what your skill set or whatever it is, employers are like, okay, because they saw the benefits. They paying less in lights, rent, costs associated with employees, all this other stuff. They ain't got to do that. Their overhead costs dropped. Everybody was like, okay, the model is working, but why we got to go back to work? In some instances, some professions, yes, you have to go back to work. But in others, they like, I don't like this no more. I don't like this job like that no more. I'm quitting. And instead of being afraid, they was like, some people saved their money for the 18 months or whatever it was, and they had some money set aside. They was like, you know what? I ain't got to do this no more. I could just quit. Yeah. I don't have to be somebody's flunky. I don't have to be this beast of bird no more. Okay. I ain't got to work at McDonald's no more. I took the 18 months. I got my real estate license. I got my adjuster's license. They had an online class for computers. They took advantage of everything that was available. And they said, you know what? As Steve Harvey said, I'm getting ready to jump right now. I'm not going to wait. This is my time. This is my shot. I'm going for it. And employers are sitting back scratching their head like, well, why is all these people quitting? Look at your model. Look at how you treat your people. Look at how you as a company, if you sit back and you say, okay, when the CDC changed the recommendation, said, okay, they went from 15 days to 5. They just said, okay, look, we don't give a damn if you sick or not. We want you to go back to work. 5 days, and then put a mask on. For real? So you want me to take a chance on catching this virus, bringing it back to my family, killing somebody for the sake of you want me to be back in your office space just so you can say, y'all, and they can't say productivity took a dive because people were more productive being at home.
Yeah, it went up.
People did more. People were, okay, they would work from the 8 hours they was given, but okay, a couple hours, they say, you know what? Let me log on so I can get ahead for tomorrow. They had the opportunity to do that. But all these old school people, all these employers, these old ideas about it's got to be like this, it's got to be like this, they don't go out of business. Because guess what? They don't have nobody to work there. Because people doing what? They writing these blogs, they writing these reviews. They're like, look, you don't want to work there. If you want to be a beast of burden, go work for them. If you don't want to, just turn it down. And they begging people, please come work here. Please come work here. And they like, why don't we get no hits? Look at what you're doing in your office week.
Darren?
Yeah. Well, the model, as you said, the model has to be remodified or readjusted for going forward, because the old way of doing business is not working anymore. So these companies have to spruce themselves up in order to attract people in the same manner they used to. But as we've seen with the pandemic, if you had an idea and you can put a plan together and get you a PP, then yeah, you going through the stratosphere right now because you put a model in place so you can work. And a lot of times people who've been working 50, 60 hours a week, they realize I can put that same energy into my own and cultivate it, just like I was doing for that company. And in doing your own, you get to see the rewards and feel the gratitude that I'm really doing this. I'm really doing this. And you know that once you get it off the ground, you can leave it as a legacy for your children. Whereas you're working for a company, whoever owns the company, that company is going to their legacy. So what we as men, black men and women, we have to come to a realization: what are you doing now to create a legacy that you can pass on that will take care of your family when you're no longer here, not working for some other company? What are you putting together that you can pass on for those coming behind you to take the mantle and run with it, as opposed to being shackled at a job for somebody else's company? Where's your company?
Okay. Next question. What have you two learned during the pandemic that benefits your households?
You want to go first?
How to adjust. How to adjust. Because when you're going through the rigmarole of I'm doing all this, pandemic said, sit down, chill. All that ain't that serious. My job, I had the luxury of my job paid me the same thing that I was making working 80 hours a week, every 2 weeks. Nothing changed. I still accrued sick time, vacation. All that still kept rolling. Other companies didn't do that.
No, they didn't.
It allowed me to spend time with my family, as opposed to the times when I'm only spending the evening portion, maybe 4 or 5 hours with them. I was actually able to spend, as they say, quality time with my family. Like I said, Bad Boys, I need that quality time with my wife. I need that quality time. Quality time with the family.
You're Bad Boys.
That's no money can be put on spending quality time with your family. Because as you know, right about this time last year, Pops passed. We spent all I left work, took a leave of absence from work to spend time, because I knew in my spirit that it was coming to a close. So that time was very valuable, spending with him.
Yeah, he was a cool dude.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, so I mean, that taught me nothing in this life matters if it's not family. Nothing. Jobs will go away, cars will rust and whatnot, but family is family. I love both of y'all. I love our sister, our mother. Family is family. Because when they're gone, they're gone. You don't want to have the regrets of, man, I should have did this. I could eliminate all that. Spend the time, make the time. That's what I learned.
John?
Dude, what I learned, like Darren said, ain't nothing guaranteed in this world. But you must take advantage of the time you got with your loved ones. They may get on your nerves. You can fuss and fight. But at the end of the day, them the people that you love. If something happens to you, they're going to take care of It taught me patience, understanding, and respect, because you don't get to see everything that your partner doing when you at work. Like much like Darren, I got to work from home the whole while. I never missed a beat.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to see what my wife did at home every day. And I was like, damn, she doing all this? So, okay, I need to help. I need to pitch in. I need to do some more. You know, she ain't supposed to carry this all by herself. You know, you run to the store to get this, you know, oh, I got to go to the store to get this. Dude, you ain't washing clothes like she is. You ain't ironing like she is. You ain't vacuuming. You ain't cleaning the kitchen. You ain't doing all that stuff. It ain't like you can help wash the dishes, clean the bathroom. You don't give her what she want. Dude, that's the part up close and personal. You got to see, hey, this is why we married. This is what it's about. When I was in college, I missed a lot of time watching people grow up, birthday parties, all this other stuff. So then, fast forward, you get to working. So, okay, you always at work. Then you join organizations. You spending time there. You doing all this stuff, all these other places, except for being at home. So it was like, okay, you at home with the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I need to really put more effort into being at home than all this other stuff. All these other things that I belong to, it's not that important no more. Being here, this is important. Developing the relationship that you got, not only with the person that you love, but with God, dude, that's important. Because you sit back and the whole world is wondering, like, why are we all going through this? Why did this have to happen now? We don't know. But it did. It pushed a lot of people closer together, and it tore a lot of people apart. But you got to sit back and say, okay, whoever called it, you know, you can't just drive by nobody's house. Them days are gone. You know, you might be able to say, okay, you stand outside, have some fun with somebody, whatever. But you still got to be like, is it really worth this 2 hours that I'm spending over here with Joe Blow versus being at home? Because you wake up one day and you roll over, and the person that you say you love pass away. Now you screwed up. Why didn't I spend more time? Why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do this? Okay, guess what? You had time.
Regrets.
Right, you had time.
Mm-hmm.
What did you do with the 24 months that God gave you without your distractions? Did you put it into your house and your family? Or did you sit back and say, man, I wish I can't wait to go back to doing this. I can't wait to go back doing that. You screwing up if that was the case. If you was taking unnecessary chances, I took one. Messed around and got caught COVID. The 10 days that I had, I was like, I ain't never doing this again. Ain't worth it. Not till you know 100 where you going and who you going to be around. You got to be careful. Dude, you saw people that you knew dying from COVID when it first started.
Yeah, I know a few coworkers, fortunately.
And everybody was like, okay. People
And
was cautious.
dying.
Yeah, and still dying. But people was cautious. They was like, okay, remember when people used to bring their groceries home and they was wiping their food, they was wiping their groceries off before they put it away? I mean, you took it to it was heightened. But okay.
I'll still wipe it down.
But everybody done got relaxed now.
No.
Everybody thinking like, oh, it's not gonna get me. It's not gonna do this. It's not gonna do that. Until they mess around and catch it. Then they thinking about dying.
I get my own groceries, I'll still wipe it down. I don't trust nothing.
Because you just gotta be careful, man. I mean, this taught me patience. Be careful. And pull out a Stone Cold reference, DTA. Don't trust anybody. Bro, you out in these streets, you thinking, I'm going to stop to the gas station, and you're going to pull your mask down for a few minutes, you can catch COVID. You're at the restaurant, I'm going to sip this, you can catch COVID. Catch it just like that. You can take it back to the lair and kill everybody. Bro, you got to be careful. You got to be patient. But take advantage of the time that you got. This is the only time in human history where, okay, you ain't got all these distractions in your way now. All them clubs, all that stuff you belong to, it's not important. Your family, that's important.
The only moment in history where you get to actually take time to evaluate your time.
And that's
we
what
had
led to
that before.
That's what
We
led
had
to the
that
Great
before.
Resignation. That's what they call it right now, the Great Resignation. They had all that time to reevaluate themselves, and they was like, you know what? I don't like this. I'm out.
That's gonna be in the school books now. And a lot of entrepreneurs out here are more fulfilled doing what they were created to do, or trying to find out what they were created to do.
Because all the distractions got taken away.
Yeah, you ain't okay. I'm gonna stop by the bar. I'm gonna stop by and I'm gonna blow one with this dude. I'm gonna have a drink over here. They having a conference here. I gotta fly here. Oh, these people doing this. Guess what? All that didn't matter. Because I'm gonna tell you, all them groups and organizations that you belong to, when you died, when I saw people dying, they showed up at their funeral. They said a few kind words and never said anything else to their families. Now, family sit back carrying the burden, like, okay, well, they got lights, gas, water. They got to keep that stuff going. Because the person that was in charge, he ain't here no more. Or she ain't here no more. And they went there for
both of them
right.
gone.
Or both of them died. And the kids had to forge for themselves.
All right.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
I got one. Have you, due to what has taken place in the last 24 months, has either of you come up with a contingency plan in the event that you can't do what you normally do?
Working on it now. Working on it now.
By that look on your face, I understand. Your day to day that you do what you do, if you can't do that and you are incapacitated, do you have a plan that's in place that you can go to and have implemented so that nothing becomes laxed?
I do.
Oh yeah. Well, I need to fill that out and turn it in. I got something that'll do that.
I'm gonna give everybody that's watching this cast right now, I want them to think about something. Anytime you go in, you start up a new account, a new whatever, credit card, a loan, car, whatever. That insurance they try and sell you, that $6-7 extra that you don't want to get. Y'all don't need that. No, you need that.
In the event of insurance that they offer.
That. Because you go out and get a car. It's called credit, life, disability, and indemnity. If you die, it'll pay that car off. Your family gets to keep it. The loan that you took out, put a home improvement on your house. If you die, loans paid for. Credit cards. If you get incapacitated for 24 months or whatever it is, they pay the bill. They're gonna pay the monthly amount, but it's one bill you ain't got to worry about. Anytime they offer that, get it, because that will save you. I've been through it, and it saved me. That's why I said, yeah, I got a plan in place. I'm not worried. It's like something happened, dude. I'm good. Can't work. It's part of the plan. A lot of people don't have
what's called Aflac has those plans that you can get where they offer the indemnity plans to where if you are incapacitated from being able to work, it will cut you a check.
Yeah.
And it will also take care of your monthly expenses.
It does. Aflac works. I know. I've used it before. It works. I'm not plugging the product, but it works.
I'm just saying it because I've used it. That's why I can say with confidence what it does.
This is one of these things that, as Jeff asked before,
I take sponsorship after that.
This knowledge that people got that they ain't passed on to the younger generation. This is it right here. These are those few little nuggets that people just drop now. They say, okay, this is what you need to do to help yourself get along.
And get life insurance for your family.
Dude, look, the moment either your job or whoever offer you a lot, go out and get your life insurance policy of at least $50,000. Nobody should be on TV talking about they need to take out
a GoFundMe or what have you
to pay for your funeral expenses. These are the few things. These are just things, pick somebody that you really trust to be the executive of your estate. That if something happened to you, they can go ahead and carry out your wishes. People need to have these conversations. Hey, if I become in a vegetative state, you want me to pull the plug? These are the things you need to start thinking about, because guess what?
It's coming.
It happens at various ages. You don't know when it happened, but you need to be like, okay, this happened. Don't give the girlfriend or the wife grief. This is what the person said they wanted. Family like, no, you can't do this. No.
And have those conversations with the girlfriend or the wife that, look, this is what I'm putting in place in the event of something takes place, it happens to me.
And do a video.
They will know.
Yep,
you can do a video wheel. You can do a video wheel, and you can have it on paper and have it in your in a secure box at your house.
Whatever you want.
These are the conversations that have not been had in times past. And then you see families like, oh, what the hell are we gonna do? Such and such passed. What are we gonna do? So and so's in the hospital. He's registered.
Yeah, that stuff costs.
In the last 24 months. In the last 24 months, these are the conversations that should be had now and in previous times. So moving forward, your family and household is taken care of to where they're not looking like, what are we gonna do? The plan is in place. If something happens, do this. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Run with that. Don't get in a marriage and nothing is cemented to take care of that spouse and the kids.
Last question. Ask everybody. What advice do you have for someone trying to find their purpose?
What's your passion? What pisses you off that you can do something about? That's your passion. If it get that vigor up in you when you see it happening, that's your passion.
See, your passion and your purpose are tied together, like Darren said. But what is something that you see that, okay, I can do this from now until they put my ass underground? That's what you should be pursuing. Not, oh, this is what I'm doing right now. And in 30 years go by, you still in the same spot. Because you wasted 30 years. Period. You were just doing something. If you work any of these smaller jobs you take just to be getting by, you find yourself, you there. And you're like, well, I always wanted to be an artist. Okay. Take some art classes. I want to learn how to design video games. Okay. Take some classes. I want to know how to be an electrician. Take some classes. Whatever it is that you sat back and you say, okay, this is that one thing that I really want to do, but I never pursued. Find out how to do it. I'm going to give everybody this one quick thing that I used to do. I still do it. 1, 3, 5. What is that? First year, third year, fifth year. Find out something that you can do in 12 months. Some you can do in 3 years, and what's your long goal in 5 years. When you hit that, flip it, start all over again. Find another one. Keep going until you hit all the goals that you want. But you should have that one thing. This is that big ticket. If I could do anything in the world right now, we ain't talking about being a rapper. We ain't talking about being a basketball player. We're talking about, okay, something that you always wanted to do, but you never pursued. Because see, I've been watching old wrestling shows and stuff, and I was like, dang, This is one of the things that made me laugh. If I could, I hate the product now, but I would love to be an announcer. Like Jim Ross, dude, I could have fun doing it. Dude, I could have fun doing that. But I know their grind is crazy. They work 258 days out the year. They travel every day. That's time away for your family. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, they grind.
I love the concept and the business. Hold on. One of the calls you gotta take. Hold on 1 second. Hello.
Chugga.
All right. Okay.
Thought I was in the Bugs Bunny commercial for a minute.
Yeah, it did. But that's one of those you gotta take the call, man. But that's one of those. I love wrestling. I wish I could do it. That would be like the ultimate dream job. But it's like, okay, too much time away from the family.
Yeah.
But I love the product, but I don't love what it is now. It's terrible. And it'd be one of those, I made a mistake. The Attitude Era, I'd have loved to did it then. This trash they're doing now, no.
It might pick up.
What do you think, Darren? Because I'm like, okay, your passion and your purpose, it's all tied together. But you got to figure out what it is that you love. And then just go for it. Don't be afraid.
Yeah, I mean, whatever makes you upset, that's your passion about it. That's something that you can do, that you can venture into doing, where it can turn in to your long term what you do. If you can do it and not get paid for it and have passion about it, then that's what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
If you can do it without being paid for doing it, then that's where you're supposed to be.
All right, man. I'm starving now because I ain't ate nothing all day.
Yeah, we wrapping it up now. I want to thank both my older brothers for the knowledge that's going to help some people and some young brothers out here. Same older brother, Darren Edwards, supervisor at Emory University. Second oldest brother, Jonathan Edwards, assistant director, accounts payable at DPSCD.
I'm first.
Great show, guys. Appreciate you.
Number 2, brother.
Until next time, everybody.
Brother Noakes.
Love y'all.